I couldn't believe this when I saw it, but it's been going down for a few days that apparently Chrisean Rock is being suspected of and accused of having her baby daddy murdered, and I'm not talking about Blueface. So this has been going around for a little while. Well, this was posted on TMZ yesterday, just a little update, and it says Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend Ronny Doe, murder still under investigation, 17 months and counting. So it says the 2025 murder of Chrisean Rock's ex-boyfriend Karen Ronny Doe Can still remains unsolved, but the police are telling TMZ the investigation is still active as detectives continue to identify and catch, will continue working to identify and catch the killer. Justin Mulcahy, a rep for the Anne Arundel County Police Department in Maryland, told us Monday night, "We can confirm this is an open and active investigation, but we're unable to provide any additional details." Before his death, Karen publicly claimed that he was the father of Chrisean's son, Chrisean Jr. She's always insisted Blueface was the father, despite the rapper denying the allegations. About a month later, Karen reportedly got in Chrisean's face at a mall while she was with her infant son, and the cops were called. February 2025 is when Karen was shot and killed in Severn, Maryland, in what investigators believe was a targeted attack. Cops rushed to a home in the Baltimore suburb after reports of a shooting and found Karen outside with multiple gunshot wounds. Paramedics treated him at the scene before taking him to a nearby hospital where he later died. More than a year later, police still haven't publicly identified a suspect or person of interest, and the case still remains unsolved. I'm not going to lie, this is very suspicious, and she was potentially about to get in the way of her, you know, having Blueface over a barrel with the kid, right? So this is very interesting, and all of this news comes right after a video began circulating online of somebody claiming that Chrisean Rock was being investigated for the murder of her alleged baby daddy, Ronny Doe.
No trolling, we ain't playing, we dead, sir, we mean. How long Karan been dead? No trolling, we ain't playing, we dead, sir, we mean business right now. Karan been dead for a little second, right? Like 2 years or some shit. Why do it take y'all this long to even, cause y'all didn't have to reach out to me, bro, cause I know I ain't really too much I can tell y'all. But y'all take this long to start investigating, or that's my theory. Or your girl about to go down and they probably got shit on shorty, but trying to figure out who did this shit. Cause they ain't just gonna become like I told the officer, I said, you don't wanna talk to me. I said, ain't really much I can tell you. He wanna talk to me. Fuck what I can tell him over the phone. He want to talk to me, show me some stuff, and holler at me. But I'm really like, all right. Because he told me he see through the shit. You see through what I'm doing. You know I'm trolling. You see through it. You see everything I'm doing. You say you see through what I'm doing on the internet, right? Well, what I did. I ain't going to say what I'm doing because that shit. You see through what I did. You still want to talk to me? Your girl might be in trouble, man. I ain't gonna say too much. Yesterday I was too excited. My nerves was everywhere. First I heard police, homicide, detectives looking for me. Then I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, send me a picture. And I seen Anne Arundel County, and I knew. I said, yeah, this shit about Ronny. How long Karan been dead?
So it's definitely interesting, right? He's saying homicide detectives are reaching out. So this guy, he's apparently named Quell. He'd previously, been on social media claiming that actually Blueface had owed him some money. So this was going around, and basically this had a pretty interesting caption under it. It said Ronnie's alleged hitman Quell self-snitches and claimed Blueface owed him $100K.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him Blueface there. Perfectly balancing guys.
Like Blueface. You better have that 100.
Yeah, he better have my 100. I'm telling his yeah, 100 bands.
Who, Blueface?
Where's police dates and judge and shit like that? What's it called? My 100. I'm up for the summer.
Just did an interview, got 10,000
for that interview in jail. I need my money. I need my money. I want a job at the crabs. What's this called? Krabby Crabs? I want a job, son. Cause guess what? That can't claim your son no more.
Y'all blame my father.
Yo, cause he ain't answer his phone. I can't go to work today, so I don't got to do. Yeah, that's why and that's what they gonna do. Blue owe me because I'm dragging on around it. Fuck that nigga, bro. Fuck that. He tried to take schoolyard, son, and get a DNA test after schoolyard and did the DNA test. That's schoolyard, baby.
So he's basically saying, Blueface, I need my 100K or a job at your King of Crabs restaurant. And he's saying, yeah, schoolyard is, Blueface is schoolyard crip, right? So he's basically saying this guy was trying to take ownership, claim ownership of Blueface's son and ask for a DNA test when Blueface already did a DNA test and confirmed the son was his. That shit crazy.
So schoolyard ain't here to say fuck him. I'm here to say fuck him. That's why he owe me. Oh, schoolyard. I think I'm throwing it up. Schoolyard, bro.
So this is a message, says, King K is not Quell out here implicating Blueface for Chrisean while implicating himself. This conversation is over Ronnie's passing. Dudes will be live crash dummies for a rat. Yo, dude said he knows how to play these fools. Crash out. Guess that she said Blue will pay for that phone call they had, the one that caused her to run to God. You can't make this stuff up. 2025, the year of exposure. So this video went around on this subreddit called Exposing Chrisean Rock. Save Junior, all right? So when you got a whole subreddit of people looking to expose you and it's got, you know, thousands of people in it, you're in big trouble, especially when it's a murder involved, okay? So this is going around and the comments are pretty illuminating. Someone said, hi everyone, I came across this video. Not sure if it's old or not. In the clip, the guy's insinuating that Blueface owes him 100 grand, and he's also making a lot of other claims about the situation. I'm trying to figure out if the video is recent or if it's something that's already been circulating for a while. Has this already been discussed on Reddit? If it has, can someone redirect me to the original post or thread where people talk about it? I'm kind of flabbergasted because I saw a reading about this same situation recently. Now I'm seeing the video. It makes things look pretty crazy to me. So people are saying Chrisean Rock lied to him and made him think that Blueface wanted this done and that he was going to pay him and sign him as a rapper. She manipulated Quell. People saying this could be the truth, but who knows? People say, nah, I think Chrisean trying to pin it on Blue. I don't think he had anything to do with it. Why would he? Blue and Ronnie were cool. They were communicating. Ronnie told Blue everything. She tried to do the same thing with 33K, tried to say Blue was going to get on his ass and Blue wasn't even thinking about her. 33K was ready to spaz out just off of her lies that could have been a massacre because of her big dumb mouth. It's saying he's so weird. Chrisean's written all over this. Saying this was definitely a setup. They tried to frame Blue for the murder of Ronnie by insinuating he hired Quell. But why would Blue pay some Baltimore people that Chrisean knows to do the job? Why would he have to pay Ronnie off? Why would he pay to have Ronnie offed? They have no motive to put him on and no proof. He barely had the money to keep the roof over Jaden's head while he was locked up. He ended up borrowing an advance from Lemmy, the Zeus CEO, and he ended up with no money after that, still because she later found out that he played games with Jaden by sleeping with one of her friends plus others, so she stopped sending him commissary. So what broke ass with barely any money would put out a hit and pay 100K to have Ronnie killed? Then Baltimore dudes would have done it for 5 times left. The amount, the motive, the timing, etc. There's no connection. And that whole fake marriage thing was at the time Jaden left him with nothing in... Sorry, and that whole fake marriage thing was at the time Jaden left him with nothing in jail. So he was trying to make her jealous by pretending to be with Chrisean. He wasn't in love with her enough to take Ronnie out at any point in his non-relationship with her. They're so delusional. People saying this Young Dolph all over again. They're saying, yes, Quell is the supposed shooter behind Ronnie. Blue was the one that paid for the hit, allegedly, even though he was behind bars. At this point, there is so much she said, he shared. Sorry. I'm tired today. At this point, there's so much she said, he said, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. I know I'll get downvoted for this, but Blue knew what was going to happen to Ronnie. Crack Rock is very freaking manipulative and conniving. Wanted to clarify something. I'm not sure that Blue wanted anything to do with this. I'm saying he knew about it. His manager, Wack, was sent a picture of the scene the same night it happened. Whoa, we bring Wack into this. Wack, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is just a Reddit comment. I'm not sure Blue wanted anything to do with this. I'm saying he knew about it. His manager, Wack, was sent a picture of the scene the night it happened. What the fuck? Blue sent Crack Rock money and she used it to pay Quell, not 100 bands though. Rock might have been trying to take care of 2 problems with 1 stone. Ronnie is killed and Blue's clues is set up. Wow. What motivation would he have to get Ronnie taken out though? He never loved Chrisean. He always knew Ronnie was the father, and the only reason he kept in contact with Chrisean was to get that swab his first day out. It just wouldn't make sense to me. I don't think he ever loved Chrisean. I believe he wants us to think that, but you don't put up with somebody and do all that for them and not love them. You also don't spaz out over someone you don't love. I think that's one thing I see most people on here or this side have wrong. That man is very much infatuated with her. He just doesn't realize how to do it properly because of who his mom is, and then because who she is and how explosive she is. You can't trust her. She's grimy, so we don't want to seem a fool, but he very much is. The truth is, Chrisean is literally like the devil. He was charming and inviting and mesmerizing until he pulls his mask off. Most people fall trapped to her because she's demonic and the demons know how to play. So this man has never for 1 second looked infatuated with Chrisean. I don't think that was love, though. I just look at this through a different lens. Blueface loves 3 things: his children, money, and himself. If a woman benefits him in those 3 areas, he will continue to deal with them. Chrisean was his investment, so he wanted his return. He lost way more money because of her than what she gave him. And when that was happening and she was disparaging him publicly, he tried to make people see who she was, but I didn't have enough restraint to not sleep with her. I agree that his mum played a part in why he can't connect with women, but I'll say his father also played a huge part. He's his father and is attracted to women like his mother. That's all that is to me. Regarding this video, though, I think Quell is definitely involved in Ronny's unaliving. I think Chrisean or one of the Malones was the one who ordered the hit because the baby was their leverage and Ronny was exposing too much about their family secrets. What they definitely had was not love. It was a dependent relationship based solely on people spaz out all the time over people they don't actually love. They spaz because they're narcissistic and want to keep control over a person. They spaz because they like sex with somebody, but not the person. Love was never a factor in their relationship. It was toxicity, narcissism, drugs, and I think he loved her, but she's bad for business. No one wants to watch them beat on each other anymore, especially how seeing effed up JR is. He's a fool. What more reason is there besides that? First of all, what the F is paying 100 stacks for a hit? That's movie crap, so unrealistic. Blue is a street dude that has his way with women. There's no way he's killing another man over Chrisean's baby. Let's not forget, Blue's been telling us the truth about her from day one. She's nothing special, and he's always known she ain't shit from the jump. He just used her for his benefit. Also, that would mean that this would be orchestrated hit over prison phones. She might be that dumb, but he's not. People thought she upped his price, but as we see, Blueface is and has always been the clout. That's why he got out and hit the ground running without her. It seems like she gets her lovers to do the dirty work. Wow, that is crazy. So more recently, all right, No Jumper had apparently confirmed that people who worked with Ronny are being contacted about this case.
Listen, I got to tell you guys something.
Bennett, I ain't in it.
So serious. Lush had mentioned that he met me when I was, managing Bonnie, Siete Gang, Yabi, and Keeks. I was also managing, I don't know if you guys know, Ronny Doe, who was the ex of Chrisean Rock that got
the guy who got murked, yeah.
I was just hit up Monday by the Maryland Police Department.
Saying what?
For the investigation in Ronny Doe.
See, I didn't watch that Flacco video, but there's everybody's saying that basically Chrisean might be charged with the murder of this guy, Ronny.
Everybody saying that?
Listen, it is so crazy. I cannot believe
this is bad.
Well, Remo did a video. Remo did a video on it. Flacco did a video on it. Recently, Quell, the guy who was thought to be involved, he came out and said the police were looking to talk to him. And then a lot of us bloggers who have been covering the story, working with Ronny, are now getting contacted by the Maryland Police Department.
So people are getting contacted. Anyone that's worked with Ronny is now being contacted. Okay. So let's look back at some of the actual investigation, because this has been quite a long time since this murder happened. It's been about a year and a half. So it all went down on February the 3rd, 2025, when Karan Khan, better known as Ronny Doe, was murdered in Severn, Maryland. Now, again, what's interesting is, hang on a sec. What's interesting is the way that this kind of went down. Okay, cool. All right. So 7 man killed in targeted shooting, police say. So it says a man was found dead on Monday evening after being shot multiple times in what police believe was a targeted shooting. Anne Arundel County police say on February the 3rd, around 7:10 p.m., officers responded to Severn Tree Boulevard and Sea Pine Circle for reports of multiple gunshots fired. On arrival, police found the victim, identified as 24-year-old Karan Mackay Khan of Severn, lying on the ground in front of a home in the 1700 block of Sea Pine Circle with visible gunshot wounds. According to police, officers provided medical aid to the victim, who was then taken to the University of Maryland, Baltimore, Washington Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. Now, what's interesting, obviously, this took place very far away from LA and Blueface and Chrisean. But again, that's when you start thinking, yeah, you might be getting a federal murder for hire charge in a minute if you're not careful. Anne Arundel County Police Homicide Unit took over the investigation. Homicide detectives and evidence collection unit personnel were also on the scene, where they say they collected multiple items of evidence at the crime scene. Police say several witnesses were found and interviewed regarding the shooting, and that preliminary investigation indicates this was a targeted incident and not some random act of violence. This is a active and ongoing investigation. So on the very day that Ronny died, that's when Chrisean posted a paternity test claiming that Blueface was the father of Junior. Now, this is where it starts looking like a setup, a framing. It says, so now Blueface confessed he's not the father. Explain why she posted a fake paternity test the day he died. Chrisean Rock has sparked controversy after posting her son's paternity test results on February the 5th, just days after the tragic death of her ex-boyfriend, Ronny Doe. The results dated from 2023 confirm the incarcerated rapper Blueface is the biological father of her child, Chrisean Jesus Porter. However, 24-year-old Rock's decision to share the paternity test results through her son's Instagram account, Chrisean Jesus, has received backlash. Many social media users have criticized the timing, particularly given that Khan has previously claimed to be the biological father. Someone said on a live, a YouTuber took it to the called the facility listed on the certificate. He read off all the info, including case number. She said they didn't have it in their system. I heard that call not long ago. She posted it around the same time she's hanging with that forger from Baddies. Oh dear. Not to mention Smiley does terrible work. She photocopied a watermark, colored logo, and exact signature, then filled it out wrong. Yeah, it was Denart. Probably the smartest thing he's ever done. Lol, you're dumb if you believe that YouTube video. They'll not legally give out that information without you confirming by social security numbers both parties, and they won't tell you the results over a phone, only resend them via email. I know because I work for them. It's a reputable company. Of course you work for them, liar. Go buy her some gifts, Remedial. I want her in jail because she was dumb enough to think that Ronny gone, her lies would stay buried. That's how dumb she is. Where's Lemmy sweet ass when you need him? I doubt he'd attempt to claim that the DNA is real. Crack Rock burned that bridge too. That test crooked as F and was already called in. Everybody know Junior as Ronnie's twin. Did somebody call and ask if the report number is valid? I just replied to another comment that ChatGPT told me that you can typically call the number and ask if the report number exists, and they'll tell you without giving you personal details. It said she couldn't even find a demo test with the correct state on it. That doesn't even make any sense. They just go to Ohio for a paternity test. What the F? This test is someone's, just not theirs. I just realized the notary is in Ohio, so yeah, what sense does that make? Or actually, I guess they would have collected the samples in California, like it says in the last line, then mailed them to the lab in Ohio, where the results were read, and then the notary is at the lab certifying the report is true and accurate. I still don't believe the shit they put out. I've never seen a man go back and forth claiming and unclaiming a child like this. It's honestly weird as F. Most men in messy situations like this either want to be the father or they don't. BF has flipped back and forth since Junior was born is weird as F. A human child is in the middle of this and no one on either side wants to acknowledge it. This boy deserves to know who his father is, dead or alive. He for real has no one there for him, not one person. It's very sus, all right? It's very sus. Here's what happens when you look at the reference number. So people are suggesting that she forged it, all right? That she actually might have made a forgery, made a mockery of this stuff. Why can't I get rid of that? So I think that is very, very damning, to be honest with you. It's pretty crazy. So 7 days after Ronny Doe's death, all right, his alleged text messages then leaked. We then started seeing these text messages. So this is going around on threads. It said, oop, not the messages between Chrisean Rock's now deceased ex-boyfriend Ronny Doe and family have surfaced. The messages are allegedly confirming that Chrisean had a hit out on Ronny after he went viral, popping up on her at the mall, claiming that Chrisean Jr. was his son and wanted a DNA test. This is sad. SMH, I knew something wasn't right about this sudden death. And so this is basically him messaging someone. Someone says, hey Neff, I'm so glad you messaged me. Let me know exactly what you need. Got to keep you safe. You got more support than you think, Ronny. He said, they're trying to get me killed. They put a hit on me. Someone says, I know. He said, I can't go home. I don't know what I should do for real. I can't watch her neglect Junior and play with God. It's not right. And then went on to say, they just want to just let her make all of this money off God image and a disabled child. She abusing that baby, man. All her sisters got child abuse charges, man. They don't want me to let the real be known. Tessa bit her child nose off. What the hell? So someone said, come out here or where, anywhere but Baltimore right now. Said Chastity's son overdosed on dope. I don't know. I got to get somewhere safe. I've never been to the Bay, but that might be cool. He said, yeah, this is the only way I can hold her accountable. And if she runs to the courts, let me zoom in. If she runs to the court, they'll get her ass locked up until she gives me that damn test. I went to New York for the weekend and I'm back home now, about to get the ball rolling in the morning. I'm going to sit down with Tasha K November 5th or 6th. I'm just trying to make sure that I do whatever I need to help Junior out, get the best care. I really don't think This is a bit of a mess. He said, it's okay. God got the last say so. I'm going to the courthouse in the morning and filing the petition to start getting her served her court dates in Oklahoma. And then this person replied, oh, yes, she won't be able to avoid that at all. And then maybe the judge will pay attention to what's going on with Junior too. I know you'll be the best dad, Ronnie, and you have so much support around the world. What you're doing is an admirable. And all these people around Junior have the money and resources to help. They didn't even try. That's why you will be blessed tenfold for this, so that you can just focus on your child and not worry about finances. You've been eating and sleeping right. Got to remember to take care of yourself in the process. If you need me, let me know. So what is very interesting, all right? So I believe this is the clip of the alleged confrontation at the mall. This is what's going around. That's my effing son. Ronnie confronts Chrisean at the mall and things go left. And this was shortly before the murder. Hang on. Is this Cap? Is this the wrong video? Hang on. Here we go.
You weird girl right here. The girl right here. The Junior right here. Weird as a bitch. You weird as shit. You weird as shit.
What's wrong?
You weird as shit. Ain't nobody stalking you. That's my f***ing son. That's my f***ing son. That's my f***ing son. What you want to do? What do you want to do?
I'm calling the cops.
I don't give a f***. Call him. Nobody touch you.
Go to the car.
Call him.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. I'm calling the cops. That's weird as shit. You doing shit to the cops.
You ran behind them. I'm trying to holler at you like a dog.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Police ass bitch. You a police ass bitch.
Time to go.
You a police ass bitch.
Time to go.
You a police ass bitch.
Excuse me, sir.
You a police ass bitch.
Excuse me.
Police bitch.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I need you out the.
What you talking about? Okay.
I need you out the mall, nigga. I need you out the mall.
Okay.
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 Let's go this way.
Okay.
Let's go this way. I need you out the mall. Let's go this way.
All right.
Let's go this way. All right. Let's go this way. Let's go.
All right, so that was bad, all right? And so allegedly, that's possibly likely why she allegedly may have had him killed and tried to pin it on Blueface, allegedly, in some people's opinion, all right? So people are saying, basically, she accidentally snitched on herself. She basically claimed that she knew Ronnie, whose real name is Karen, was going to die before it happened. It says, Chrisean just admitted she knew Ronnie was about to be unalive. She said, Blue is about to die too. So if I was Blueface, I'd be very careful.
Yo, and I looked at him and said, it's crazy because you're going to die before I die. I just felt it. You can feel when somebody about to die. Because when Karan was doing that weird shit, I told him, you're going to die. He ended up dying. Not because I wished it on him. It's just you can tell where people is going. Or if you got a gift or discernment, you can tell what certain shit is. So when I say the truth, y'all try to pay me like I'm a fucking genie. Or I could just be wishing death on people. No, that's just what it is, because that's all you're putting out. You're harming the next individual.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is all so crazy. People saying she'd go straight to jail. Thanks for posting the incriminating videos. Makes it a lot easier for the police to find. I'll never understand why criminals these days go on the internet and detail the crimes they committed. She deserves the Stupid Award. She is the Academy Award winner in the Stupid Awards for sure. So how did you tell him that if outside the mall incident you never spoke to him? Off topic, I hate how she always says you could tell he was finna die, you could drink when you're pregnant, you could do drugs when you're pregnant. All right, excuse me, I need to finish lying. Does anyone know, anyone have that video from after she streamed with Ryan Garcia? He was hanging out with Neon and she called his phone and was snapping out, talking about how he would end up in a grave like her last boyfriend. That's another one that needs to be added to the file of incriminating statements she made. This person said they posted it. Did they post it? Did they post it? Did they post it? I mean, that is the moment. That's just an image of it, though.
Anger, I would be angry too. Why are you talking about my dick? No, look it. I said that's disgusting because I know you. Chrisean, no, that ass. Cause what? Hold on.
So she's going off at Neon. I can't find the exact bit. It's quite hard to hear her, but I'm pretty sure she says something a minute about the FBI listening to this call.
Let's get in here and talk to her for a second. So, no, Chrisean. I didn't talk. What? Listen, no, Chrisean. We love your son. Let me tell you something. He said it got clipped out of content. No, let me talk. Damn. Let me talk. He said it was disgusting because he has a wife. Yes. That's why he said it was disgusting. What? No, but that was never the case. You know, people always just clip things. Watch out for her number. No, my bad. I didn't mean it like that.
I think she said FBI is watching my calls, bro.
You know, people always just clip things. Watch out for her number. No, my bad. I didn't mean it like that. I know, but that's you know how the internet is. Fuck the internet. I'm with that. I know, I understand that, but you know, at the end of the day, I can't control what people clip. I can't clip. I can't understand. No, bro. Let's all get together and talk about this over coffee. Invite her to the summer party. What the hell? I'm a human, goddammit. I don't have to be a boxer. I have feelings, and you hurt my feelings, Chrisean. I gotta get away from him. Fuck him, Ashley. You're right. No, you're right. Come to us. I actually might have to like. I love you, bro. It's nice seeing you.
Ryan, his mental health, the things that he went through, all that. He's not even supposed to backslide and negativity.
True, Ashley.
Why are you around Ryan? Why are you around him?
You just gave me my respect and said all that. You know what? All right, Chrisean, come to our slumber party. I'm the one. You trying to give me a chance? What are you, God? The hell? Man, what you?
I don't know if that actually was said. If she actually snitched on herself in this. Let me dig a bit deeper. I didn't hear her say what was claimed, where they were saying that she said, "You're gonna end up in a grave like my last boyfriend," but definitely wasn't a good look. So that was kind of going around. Okay, in the lead up to his murder, Ronny actually publicly claimed that he thought he would be the biological father of Chrisean's son, and he actually did demand an independent DNA test. This was what was going around.
She's trying to put on me because she's trying to put charges on me to evade a DNA test.
She is? How could you evade a DNA test?
Get me locked up so that since I'm the one requesting the paternity test, the court can ignore it. If I'm, well, I've never personally been through this situation, so I don't know. But I would assume if I'm locked up in jail, it would be easier for her to evade the paternity test because the court is ordering that it be done. So if I'm in jail, who's gonna request the paternity? You don't have your rights when you're in jail.
In jail. I mean, I know you probably don't know. I don't know if you've been in jail, but they do give paternity tests in jail. But that's neither here nor there. So how come you waited this long to like say anything? Because Junior is like a year old now.
He's 15 months. Whatever charges she's trying to, like I just said, I was under the impression that the paternity test that was performed on Zeus, I was under the impression that it was authentic. However, it came to my understanding that it was not authentic. It was not.
When did you find out? When did you find out that he could potentially be yours?
Since I've been more vocal on the internet. Like I just said, I was under the...
All right, so we already saw that. So basically, okay, this is the alleged resemblance. People are saying, look, forget the paternity test. They look identical. I'm not going to lie. And the eyes and the teeth and the nut, like, yeah. People saying identical. She can't deny it. All she can do is stay silent. It's pretty crazy, all right? People say they need answers. All right. I remember when I first saw a picture of his mom years back and I was like, damn, this is her twin. But then the picture OP posted is even more obvious. It says, so Ronny died because Chrisean tried her hardest to be attached to Blueface. She thought she was set for life, a kid with a rapper, and secured her life forever. But then she knew Ronny was the father, so he had to die. Ronny was very active on social media, claiming the baby as his. Chrisean tried to convince Blueface to stay with her. She killed Ronny because he was a big risk in her plans. Luckily, Blueface knew everything and now doesn't give Chrisean any money. Insane. Okay. Sad as F that she put a hit out on him, or who knows, she might have even done it herself. Who knows what the F she got going on. She has a short temper and can't control herself. Poor Ronny. Don't worry. We are still here trying to get justice for your son. It's insane. All right. That is crazy. So Ronny described their kind of 5-year on and off relationship. Apparently it begun in high school, and so he was in the picture for quite some time when it comes to the love triangle with Blueface.
5 years off and on.
5 years off?
Yeah, from 2017 to about 2022, right before she went up on the Blue Girls Club or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were the boyfriend before Blueface.
Correct.
You kind of favor Blueface a little bit. It's like y'all got...
You know, they say she got tight.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, so, okay. And how did you guys meet?
So I'm from Anne Arundel County, Maryland. So we was going to high school together. We went to Arundel High School. We was both seniors in high school. I knew of her in my junior year, but I didn't get to know her until my senior year. So we had, like homeroom, all that stuff. We had homeroom together. She was always like photogenic, model type vibe. So
she's real pretty.
Very pretty. And she was a track star in high school. So very social, very popular. But I say all that to say we had the same homeroom, started interacting with each other and took a liking into each other. And one thing led to another.
Okay, you asked her out?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like, oh.
So this is his Tasha K interview, and in this he kind of opened up about a few interesting things that were very, very relevant to this case. So before he passed away, obviously he did this interview with Tasha K that we heard in his text messages. This was all part of his plan to set the record straight, and he would give more details on the situation and basically reveal he was seeking this court-ordered DNA test to establish paternity of the child.
I feel that there is a possibility.
Oh.
Yeah.
So before she went with, because you said the last time y'all, I guess, were together as far as boyfriend and girlfriend, it was before she went on Blueface's show.
As far as like a relationship, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, relationship. So you're very specific with that.
Yeah.
And so now, so she's on Blueface's show. She's getting all this recognition. Was she coming, to Baltimore in between to see you?
Yeah, I mean, they even shot parts of their Crazy in Love show in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So it's evident she was back and forth between Baltimore and LA,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many times have you been with Chrisean since you guys, I guess, broke up sexually?
I don't want to answer that.
You don't want to answer that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
It's not very classy. It's very...
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys were intimately involved because obviously if you're saying that the baby could be yours.
For sure. I mean, the last time, to answer your question, the reason why I think there's a possibility of me being a father is because around her conception dates, me and her were sleeping together. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of people wondering why did you wait so long to say something? Why are you just now coming out and worrying about the paternity? It was, to my understanding, that the test that was performed on Zeus was an actual DNA test. It wasn't until people that are fans of the show and people that are supporters of the show pointed it out to me like, hey, this wasn't an actual paternity test. This was a entertainment purpose test.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she didn't actually take a real DNA test?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
No.
I could see similarities with you and the baby, especially in the eyes, because your eyes are very distinct and they have a shape to them. It's very, but I don't know. You guys have the same eye. It's a very distinct eye look. He doesn't have Blueface eyes. Yeah. And so are you, because lately you've been kind of demanding like, hey, I want a DNA test. Do you plan on petitioning the courts?
So I've already started the paperwork.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I actually went to the courthouse. Well, in the state of Maryland, where I'm from, you have to go to the child support office and fill out a child support application packet.
Okay.
And that's what I did. And I stated that I want to establish paternity through a court-ordered DNA test because that's the proper way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not an entertainment purpose test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so...
So basically, he's sort of inferring that was a fake DNA test and he wanted to go through the official channels, not this social media DNA test that's being touted as proof when it's actually not. So I think that's interesting perspective. And he would basically maintain all he wanted was a legit paternity test, and he would basically give more details as to why he thought the child was his.
Chrisean knows that I'm not just going to let her not be accountable. I'm going to hold her accountable. It's no reason that we were sleeping together and I can't get a paternity test. You slept with me on Blue's birthday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's messed up.
Like,
she's a demon.
A lot of people don't know. Blue told her to go get her. She went and got that. But you a woman. Are you fertile after her?
Yeah.
So guess who knocked her up after her? So why can't I get my DNA test?
So you telling me she had an abortion from Blue?
Yes. And got knocked up with, yeah. Any it doesn't make any other sense as to why you're avoiding an actual DNA test. Think about it.
This is a lot, Ronny.
Yeah,
Real.
yeah, it's real.
So she was still bleeding.
I wouldn't say all that. I ain't see no blood.
Because after you bleeding for quite some time, it's not heavy in the days, but you are supposed to rest 6 weeks. So your bleeding can stop anywhere from between like 3.5 to 6 weeks. But because the womb and the you're still open, you can catch another baby like that. So you didn't see no blood, but it was just recent after she had.
Correct. And that's the only reason that I want a paternity test. It's not like I'm an old bitter ex chasing after her because she blew up. Like, this girl done stole my music. This girl done took a lot from me, and I never asked her for nothing. I've cared for her. I provided for her. I even, it's to the point that when I was in high school, my senior year, I had night school. So I wouldn't go to school until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She, however, had day school still. I would go beyond myself and wake up, take her to school, you know what I'm saying? I'm only 18 years old. What am I doing taking another 18-year-old to school, let alone providing for you? So a lot of people wonder, why are you doing all of this online? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I've given so much to somebody, and all I want is a paternity test. I don't want your money. I don't want your clout. I don't want nothing that you got. I don't even want you. I want nothing to do with you. All I want to know is if I have a seed planted out here. Why? Because I was having intercourse with you around this time. It's not a reach at all.
Because you and your mom are pretty close. Did she think Chrisean Jr. looked like you?
So
he would basically kind of, give his thoughts in this interview before he passed away. Unfortunately, he would end up losing his life. Now, what's crazy is that after Ronnie's death, Blueface would actually come out and corroborate parts of his story.
About gay fans, they hit me up all the time.
Once she got pregnant with Ronnie, was she still involved with him?
She's never not been involved with him. As long as I've known her, she's been involved with him. He's always told on her, though. She's always tried to keep it low-key, and then he just comes with on this day, you said this, but I was this. On that day, you said that, but I was here. So really, he's played a big role in the story unfolding, to be honest. She was with him on my birthday. And I guess that she got an abortion prior. And I guess when you get an abortion, that you're more fertile. And that's when he impregnated her. This is his words. And I'm pretty sure he would know better than me. The side knows much more than the main.
I haven't been a side in so long, I don't even know.
I have. And you know much more than the main. You know the main, where he's going, where he's headed, what time he's leaving.
Because they're telling you all the moves, because you're sneaking around.
There you go.
And then he popped up on her at the store on social media and called her out. I mean, I didn't know.
This is not I'm not making this shit up. It's not just no, you can look this shit up.
Yeah. But because you were playing along, people like me that's just watching the circus online, we don't know what's real or not real. Yeah. Because you were claiming the kid, then you came and took the kid out the house from Marge, allegedly, and was riding around, and then they got in the car. I mean, this was...
Well, I mean, from Europe, she was never that type of person. Just to be all right, I'm about to have a kid, let me focus on that, She's always been very self-centered, very self.
So that's pretty damning stuff. It's not a good look. And apparently, Ronnie had raised concerns about Chrisean Jr.'s health and development, claiming the child wasn't receiving the appropriate medical care for conditions he had.
I was around when he was born. It was to my understanding that he had a hernia at birth, and it was to my understanding that the doctor or whatever medical professionals at the time of his birth, they had stated that he would need medical treatment like surgery, steroid injections, etc., in order for him to start developing properly. And for me, on the outside looking in, I seen that baby when he was born, and I see him now, and I'm not judging him in no type of way.
We're not talking about the baby, we're talking about the mother.
Yeah, I just think that his health has not been addressed in the best manner.
Do you plan on, if the baby is yours, possibly taking custody and getting your possible son, the health care that he needs?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing everything that I'm trying to do, just because I can't watch him be neglected and his health not be addressed, because he's a human at the end of the day. He's not an object he's a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's been treated like an object, and he hasn't really had the unconditional love that he deserves since he's been on this earth. And
so that's really sad. Now, Tasha K would later give Ronny what was described as like chilling final words, and it was reposted in a few places, including on the subreddit. This was apparently her kind of chilling final words that she gave Ronny before he passed away. And basically they said his last words to her were very creepy, knowing what happened less than 3 months later. He addressed a lot of things people suspected, but it was the last words that stuck with me the most. It felt like Tasha K was unintentionally foreshadowing in a way. The entire conversation carries a different weight after he died. Some moments genuinely feel eerie when you watch them back.
You were a good person. And I want to leave you with this though. How can I put this? I can see and feel that you're struggling between two worlds. And the social media stuff can create what we feel is a reality, but it's really not, you know? And I don't want you to, because God gave you a second chance for a reason, right? And if the baby is not yours, and even if the baby is yours, Ronny, you're a good person. You come from a good family. I've spoken to your mom, your auntie. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. It's kind of like, I don't even want you to find out if the baby is yours, because I feel like it's going to take you down a path that, and since you already got like one charge, you may end up getting another because of the role that you're in. And it's hard to decipher those feelings and emotions and stuff. But like when I sit here and talk to you, like you're very intentional. You know what you're going to say, you know how to say it, and you know right from wrong. And, it's just, but I feel like good people like you just end up in bad situations. And I just don't want you to end up in another bad situation. Fuck around with this girl or any girl that's like her.
Yeah, that was creepy, I'm not going to lie. So there was some other stuff going around. This was when he was still alive. Ronny kind of accused Chrisean of trying to have him put in jail and snitching on a previous self-defense case he had as well.
The thing, I'm not going to ever run out of money or support you. It don't matter what I decide to do with my life.
He's like, this is Sean Malone. Tasiki, dad, name is Sean Malone. He's a politician in Baltimore City. Logical father. Reality, Chrisean is a informant. They are trying to set me up to go to jail.
He understands what parole conditions are.
That girl just snitched on me when I was at the mall, trying to see my son, after she told me to come see my son.
We had a court date on the 10th, and I believe this was the court date against him. Whatever happened in the mall. Maybe a violation of his probation.
She playing police games, trying to get me locked up. Sean Malone got enough pull to get me in front of whatever judge he wants.
I'm not going to name drop people that I got standing behind me. Look, you've been reported, right? Just to fuck up your whole life for eternity.
But he's starting to understand that she's kind of dangerous. Oh, you think?
His address is 18663 Juniper.
All right. Okay.
I want to go to Vegas. Wax, I can't go to Vegas. It's Wax Your Daddy. But this shit with Rock violates LA County. Very manipulative, and she understands the streets. You need to go to hell today. You need to go to jail today. I should call the cops right now.
That nigga about to lose his life.
I don't know who she got, what hacker she paying.
He was making threats about exposing some things. He actually went to jail for the murder. Behind Rock.
Is that Chrisean might have snitched in a murder case?
That girl done snitched on me when I caught a body in self-defense.
I heard that. But he always kind of insinuated that he wasn't the one who did the murder.
After I killed the nigga,
yeah, that's messed up, all right? So after his death, Chrisean Rock's sister would basically imply that Chrisean was involved in the murder, kind of straight up.
He ended up getting murdered, right?
Yes.
He really did get murdered? I mean, I saw that online. That was real?
Yes, that was.
And you knew? Did you know him?
Pieces. So yes, I fed that boy.
How did he end up getting murdered? Was he in the streets in the stuff, or was that just a random thing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I can't even speak on it. But if I was to speak on it, it don't look too good for certain people that we know. So I'm not gonna speak on it. Like,
well, because it's just all. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm not the police, but I'll just leave it at that. Well, I'll say a little bit. He ran up on Chrisean when she was out in public.
He did, and then he had a paternity test coming up or something.
And then it was all online.
And then it was pow, pow, pow. No paternity test. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, his soul.
That's sad.
It's very sad, especially because I fed him. We had a little argument before. It's just like we were family. I'm gonna be honest. That little boy really loved her.
Did he?
To me being real, all this camera we back in the streets. We back around the way. That little boy loved her.
So they were a thing.
It was passionate, but it was giving cloudy.
It was.
And that's why I just don't care to speak on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So shout out to Jason Lee, man. There's more clips going around that are very insightful. Chrisean would later deny, officially deny any involvement in the murder, and would also again deny that Ronny was the child's father.
Your son's father, was that for clout too?
That was.
And that was because at the time Blueface was saying he wasn't.
That was because I'm the type, him, not like that. If that was to really to be an option of a father, not like that, but his family is a real good family.
When he was claiming to be your son's father, was that for clout too?
If that was to really to be option of a father, not like that, but his family is a real good family. He come from a good family. His mother, he got his mother, his grandmother, his sisters, and his aunt. They all spoiled him because he's the only boy in that bloodline. So they would have worshipped my little nigga like that. I don't know. It would have been better off having a baby with him than Blue, to be honest. But he knew it wasn't his baby. He wouldn't even did that. Straight up. He did that because he was just tripping.
When he passed, did you talk to his family at all, or did you?
I talked to his aunt Jetta, probably because when I did an interview in Miami with this one nigga, and I finally spoke on, because she insinuated about his death, so I corrected that in another interview. She reached out on Instagram, was like, don't speak on him. So then I said, I said, call me, what you mean, what? So then we called, but we had we exchanged words. She's like, you know, if that was his baby, we would have been. I said, I already know, y'all would have been 10 toes behind him.
When he was claiming to be your son's father,
not sure I'm buying it personally, but anyway, okay. In the in the May 2026 interview with Hollywood Unlocked, Blueface would basically call Chrisean a setup artist, and he wouldn't confirm or deny the rumor that she had been involved in the murder, but he did say he spotted some red flags.
It was anything, right? But what made you still lay down with somebody that you knew or believed was trying to set you up to get robbed? Given that you see people,
I didn't, like I said before, I didn't know her as well as I know her now, so I gave it the benefit of the doubt of possibly this or possibly that. Knowing what I know now, oh yeah, for sure, she's a setup artist. That's I don't know, maybe it's a Baltimore thing, maybe that's, I don't know. But I've seen her on multiple occasions, tell somebody that she gave somebody the address, put my address out publicly, put this person, hey, this person's here doing this, so maybe love.
Crazy. Okay, so this next part is also very insightful. It is about here.
It was bogus.
So Tasiki was here on the show. We interviewed her, and I think she said she kind of hinted that she thought Chrisean may have had something to do with Ronny dying. What do you think about that?
I don't know about that. To be honest, I don't know anything about that. All I know is she said that he called her. They were in contact before this happened. That's the only red flag I could see. Somebody comes out and says, hey, before this person died, they called me. And this and that, that's just kind of
Well, because you said she's a setup artist, so.
That's what from my knowledge, yeah, she's known to give addresses and do things and spare the moment, be very impulsive. That's from my knowledge. Now, as far as him calling her and then talking the night he died,
So what is the thing that makes...
So it sounds a bit like a setup to me. Now, what's interesting, okay, last thing I'll tell you about is basically there's this thread going around as why she might have done it. And apparently there is a financial motive. Apparently Ronny was about to prove to the world Junior was really his son, and that would have ruined a $3.5 million Zeus storyline deal. And worst of all, removed Blueface as Chrisean's baby father. She wasn't going for it. She wanted to stay in Blueface's life. It would have ruined the entire storyline of her life. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy, and it makes sense, all right? The Zeus DNA paternal test was dodgy. Zeus used it on the show. The company may not know that one of their previous tests was falsified. It was a whole giant problem from a financial point of view, basically. She was standing to lose millions as a result of this dude being the father. So that's all the theories, all right? I'll let you guys know if there's an update. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets arrested soon, but we're going to see, okay? I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching this one. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.